welcome to another episode of My Career and I, brought to you by What Do Women Thrive and Development Organization. My name is Adejoke Fasheyi, and on this show, we actually talk about our career, our businesses, and how to thrive in them. So, we're going to be having a special guest, and she's going to be telling us a whole lot of how she has been able to create that balance between our career and our personal life. So, why not sit back, relax while we get back from our short break? Welcome back to My Career and I. Our guest is an amazing person. She is a barrister. She's also married with kids, and she's an advocate of professionalism. And she has been practicing for about 5 years now. She's also a member of the Nigerian Bar Association, Mrs. Chiamaka.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much for also honoring our invitation.
You're welcome.
Okay. Right. So moving forward on this show, we actually talk about our career, we talk about our businesses, and how to create a balance between our career and our business. And Ma, you're actually a perfect example of someone who has been able to create that balance between your business, your family, your faith, and also your career. So a career is actually what we find ourselves doing, what we're happy doing, what we find joy, fulfillment doing. So, Ma, to you, what is actually a career?
Hi, thank you. I'm happy to be here. Actually, some persons refer career to employment. They refer career to all the opportunities we have, the number of jobs, the totality of jobs one or employment one has had within a particular period of time. It refers to employment in which a person has taken and had um, in which a person has taken and practiced within a specific period of time with opportunities for progress. Some persons actually say it's just the totality or the number of jobs or employment you have done over time. But I think that has been streamlined. It just refers to jobs, employment, jobs. This is just a side, a little part of what career is. If we were to discuss, we should think about a broader definition of career. Then I can boldly say that career refers to the totality of the decision one takes that directs one educational, social, political, economic, and even spiritual endeavors. So with that, it also goes to another stage of reflecting on our individual personalities and even our core values. So when we just say employment, then it's streamlined. So that's why we feel there should be a broader definition. Even before you go on with employment, you have to make decisions. Does my spiritual life go with this? What about political views? What about economic thoughts? So when we talk about careers, they cut across, they direct all our political, economic, social, spiritual endeavors. And if we know they reflect on our a different, unique personal characteristics. For example, it's not that we don't have radical doctors, but when you meet a doctor, the first thing you perceive is that quiet nature. It's just normal. Even okay, let me even say when you go to the hospital, they are quiet.
Okay, so you're saying now that one's nature can also define what your career should be.
Yes, and the career equally affects our individual personality. Even when you meet a very loud person, you don't see it when he sits in his profession. It begins to reflect in their personality automatically. Ordinarily, when you meet a lawyer, you're not expecting to meet a very calm person. I'm not saying we don't have the calm lawyers.
So now you say that you're not a quiet.
No, I'm a very quiet person.
Okay.
I'm just saying you don't. I'm just saying in general terms because most times there are exceptions to every rule. I'm just trying to explain something. When you meet a lawyer, you're not expected to meet a very quiet person. You are expected to meet a very bold person, outspoken, ability to communicate. I'm just saying. When you meet a teacher, you're expecting to see someone who is disciplined. You say, oh, that woman, she's a disciplined woman, she's a teacher. So our career begins to affect all our different personality, even our core values. So that's just when we say it's just employment, it's not a broader, it doesn't cover all what it means for a career. It is the totality of the decisions that direct almost every aspect of our life.
Okay, so it's not just being streamlined to just having a job or an
No.
employment.
No.
It still cuts across even your personality.
Yes.
Okay, so what would you say about a personal life now?
Personal life.
Yes.
Okay. I think if when you're saying a personal life, are you asking me how am I able to manage both or just my personal life?
No, how you're able to manage your personal life now with your career.
Okay, just like I said, when you're talking about my personal life, once I'm out of court, although I have already told you that it reflects our individual personality. Sometimes you are in a particular profession, you don't know when it has overwhelmed you. Even when you're outside, you want to be who that your profession has made it to be. So when I'm out of the court, when I'm out of the office, I'm just who I am.
So
You
you're
don't
a different person now when you're out of the court.
No, I'm just still a lawyer.
Okay.
Although you just go, but immediately somebody approaches you, they see it. You
Yes.
just can't fake it. A policeman will meet me on the road. Immediately my countenance changes because I cannot say, "Oh, I'm no longer in the courtroom. I'm no longer in my office." Or somebody immediately you see, in short, you're seeing somebody out there and somebody's marching on his toes, and I feel that is wrong. Immediately I'm reacting because it has already affected who I am. I can't keep calm. But another person say, this is not my business. But I can't.
Yes,
He said, that is wrong. Why are you doing that? That is it. It begins to reflect who you are. Personally, your characteristics, your core values, it shapes it. So we can't say it's just our employment. It cuts across all aspects of our lives.
Very nice. Okay, Ma, so what actually motivated you to become a barrister? What motivated you?
Do you know, I'm going to answer this your question and I'm going to ask myself a different question.
Okay.
When people ask you what motivated you to, or what motivated me to study law, I ask myself, how old was I when I chose to study law? What would have motivated me to do that? I was barely 18 or 17. Yeah, that was in 2009. And then what would I have seen? Other than what I see in the movies, or my parents would have said you have to study a good course so you can have a good job. Truth, if I'm to be honest, that would have all been well. I would just say I want to fight for people, but then those are not what would have motivated me to be here.
Okay.
I would rather ask myself, what had motivated me to keep in line with this profession?
Okay.
Most people we graduated with are out of the business because they felt this is not where I should have been.
Yes.
We have chefs. In short, I have a friend, my colleague, who is now in medical school, because she felt this is not what I should have done. I have some places that say, God, what was I doing? Did they blind me that I got into a law school? These are just different aspects. I'm just saying what would have motivated me to be here.
And your career should actually be something that you're happy doing. Something that you find fulfillment.
Exactly. That's the motivation. Then after law school, I realized I wasn't on the wrong path.
Okay.
And then there were so many other things that motivated me. One, law specialization evolves over time. Let me explain. If you are a teacher, most times you have the same curriculums over time. Most times the curriculum goes for years, although there could be small amendments. They could say it's no longer this, but it's the same thing we are learning. In short, I'm very sure what the experiments or whatever we did in biology, they are still doing it until now. I'm just saying that is different from law. The legal world evolves every day. As we are sitting here now, there's a law they've amended, there's a law they've said, no, we have to repeal this. It's no longer in tune with what is happening now. There's a new law that has even emerged. This is one thing that kept me. You can't say I'm a lawyer and I don't have what to do. The specialization keeps coming every day. Let me give you an instance. When I was growing up, all I could think or know about is litigation. Or go to court, or the corporate law. It was just basic ones. But do you know now, we hear about green lawyers. If I ask you who is a green lawyer, do you know? You might not be sure what I mean by green lawyer, but there are lawyers out there fighting that there should be more trees on the streets. These weren't there before. There are cyber crimes now. There are cyber crime lawyers. We are hearing of cyber criminals. And now, before then, we didn't have people who are advocating for all this. There should be cyber laws and all that. It evolves over time. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now there are even e-discovery, litigation analytics and all that. This evolves over time. Now we have environmental lawyers, we have that's the environmental and the green lawyers, they work hand in hand because they say we don't want toxic things to be dumped in the sea and all that. It evolves over time. So there are new specialization. You can just I want to be an intellectual property lawyer, and you see yourself specializing in this. There are just so many specializations that even if you say I want to be a medical lawyer, you see, even if you are going to say, oh, I thought I should have been a lawyer, a medical doctor, you find yourself also going into that, into medical law. A lawyer can come out and tell you, wow, the arteries, you are wondering is because we could actually go into, they are just specialization.
People evolve almost every
Yes,
day.
things evolve.
Things.
As things are changing, that's how the laws are also being made to come in consonance with all this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Exactly. So that is one of the things that have actually motivated me to be now. Then secondly, there are good salaries though. Let's not yeah. When you have good client base and you're well placed, I think.
So we should say that you're actually motivated.
Yeah. If I do this, I'm
Salaries
getting my
comes,
money. I
yeah.
should. Yes, that's one of the motivations too. If we're still talking on motivation, I think the status and the prestige or something also. Actually, don't you say I'm a lawyer? I should. But then that's just by the way. But you know, I feel there's this pride a little. I'm not boasting about it, but there's this pride. Even when I go home, my mom say the law. I say, come here again, come here again. But aside that, when you walk into places and then you comport, I'm talking about the good lawyers, you comport yourself very well, you know what you are doing, you're able to provide solution, you're able to speak well, you're able to communicate, people are able to understand that you know what you are doing. I think there's this pride that comes with it.
Just like the way you're communicating.
So I think a little about that. And then another thing that motivated me is that this legal practice is actually intellectually is challenging. You have to be a problem solver. You have to be a creative and innovative person. You can't just be there. There must be this instant factual recall. You must be able to provide solution. Do you know if you are walking on the road and somebody runs to you and say, oh God, my husband hits me, or something, all you're thinking is this abuse, this battery. You must be able to instantly give a recall. What is the solution? Even if you don't think the person should be in the police station, you should be able to know what is wrong. I'm just saying, instantly you should.
And also guide them on the right things to do. That.
So you have to be intellectually ready for whatever is coming. As of now, we have the e-discovery, we have the litigation analytics, we have moved to artificial intelligence, we have also moved to machine learning. If you are not intelligent, you can't meet up. So they are challenging. I say, oh, this is a challenge to me. I think I should buckle up. Oh, let's try it this way. What am I going to do? E-learning has helped us. Even if you can't be in the classroom, you can anywhere learn. So because of this, I think I've given you enough motivation.
Yes.
There are enough motivation to keep me in this business.
So with all this with your career, that is with what you're doing, and still with your family, your personal life, how are you able to now create a balance now with all of them together?
Let me tell you. Even in heaven, there is orderliness. In my house, everything should be in order. There should be planning. Fortunately for me, I married an accountant, but he's specializing in audit. He's an auditor. In short, he will tell you, without planning, we are doing this our home. He's not talking about office, he's talking about our home. Yes. Now, I have made out plans. If for the week, I have said, I want to see my clients in the morning. Okay. There's a scheduled plan. Let us see our clients, probably 9 to 1 or 9 to 2. We are done. Other things, we can now go through our work, file work, what's the truth is that there are times you have very crazy workloads. All you're thinking is, God, when is the next vacation coming? When is the court going for vacation? Like now they're on vacation, most lawyers are resting. But then all you're thinking is, when can we go? This they should just go on vacation, let us rest. But in between that, you just have to find a way. Now, let me give you an instance. In the morning, we see our clients from 9, say 9 to 1. Somebody will now say, what about the people you didn't have, that were not scheduled to see for you to see in the morning? There are tactics to go about this way. Unless there are emergencies, probably someone has been arrested, and you don't just keep your client in the, you have to say, well, how are we going to build this line? But aside that, if nobody is dying, if everything is equal, it's just maybe probably someone has written a letter to it will go to court. There's no need rushing. You can book an appointment. Okay, tomorrow or next tomorrow we can sit down and go over your work. See, you have reduced some instead of rushing. In short, it will even give you an ample time. Okay, the secretary can receive the complaint. What is he talking about? Oh, they took my property away from me. I paid now. I can't find the seller. It will also give you an ample time to go and research what is the law talking about this, so that when you meet your client, you'll be knowing how to place it. Even when there are mistakes, even other professionals do, you don't begin to advise it, even when you know it's very wrong. Every case can never be the same. You cannot place two cases aside and say, this is exactly this. There must be some differences. So most times it gives you ample time to go over it. Oh, I didn't mean laws on this. Oh, they are not that. Just the laws are okay. Tomorrow when you're going, it's easy for you. So most times I schedule. I'm just going to see my clients in the morning. But if there are ones over time we have still going to court or we have written letters, you can over the phone, over the email. Thank God for email. Write to your client. This is the position of your case, and then secondly, in a week I have time for myself. My husband takes Saturday, I take Sunday.
I was about to just ask about the family part.
He takes Saturday, I take Sunday. So on Saturday, he's inside his room. Whatever he wants to do is his business. If he wants to go out from morning to night, it's his business. I won't complain. Then I have Sunday. Whatever I want to do with it is my business. I'm even surprised he came with me because it's meant to be my day. But I know that. So on Sundays, when we come back from church, if I want to go out, I go out. If I want to stay in the house, I will watch TV. I lock myself. They stay in the parlor. They go to their own rooms. I saw my own and rest. So whatever I want to do is my business. I must take out my time. That's why most times I don't go out on Sundays, because I just want to rest. I can't. He can't give me Saturday and we need to cook for the week. You understand? So you have to just balance it. Then in the evening we're all together. No pressing of phones. Keep your phone. Either we're all watching TV or we are talking in the parlor or something. We just have to stay, because he has a very, very work with an NGO. So the workload is also much for him. So we'll have to have a time in which we'll come together to stay. So weekends, we just give it to ourselves. But then there are times you have emergencies over the weekend.
So have you ever, in one way or the other, sacrificed work for pleasure?
Yes.
Or pleasure for work?
Yes, especially for work. There are times a client can be case on all that. On Friday they are calling you. I'm like, but you have to. Sometimes, although they will tell you it's not a working day, but my dear, you have to be there. There are times what you have done within the weekend will help you on a Monday. Do you understand? You just don't, and they appreciate it. Most times they appreciate it.
So you actually forfeit, because you have to go to work now, you forfeit the family now because you have to attend to an emergency.
But you know what? It has to be emergency. If we are not seeing it's emergency, I'm not moving an inch. Not true. It has to be emergency. Do you understand? It has to really be. We look at the dictionary. What is emergency? Something unforeseen. By Monday, and I'm seeing it that nothing will happen on Monday. See, or maybe somebody said they said they will arrest me on Monday. You know, probably they will not even come. I can't leave my house. I'll just tell the guy, chill, calm down. It's not going to happen. Even if it happens, it's on a Monday. We can find something to do on Monday. But most times, it's just in a few occasions we have this.
Okay, so
then
now
sometimes, no, excuse me, sorry, am I out of time? Okay, I have an office line. That's an official line for work. That's during weekends. Most times it's off. You can have that to regulate what comes in and what goes out.
That's during the weekend.
Yes, during the weekends.
So now I'm going to actually bring in your business now to it, because we're talking about career, talking about family. So now, how do you fit in your business now with everything?
You know, ordinarily, as a lawyer, the legal profession is a very jealous one. Okay. It doesn't want you to interfere with his business. No, true. I think the only thing you can do as a lawyer is family. Yes. is a very jealous one, very jealous, in the sense that with this kind of pride, what else can you be doing? It should give you enough money to look after yourself. But we thank God for online businesses and all that. It may just be on there and you are doing your whatever you were doing. I don't have a physical place I'm selling anything. I don't have,
Okay.
but there are businesses out there. You can put things online and it's just on its own. It
Okay,
has
so
a
that means
page.
majorly now your business is just online.
You can just do online, and then most times I don't even manage it myself. Someone is just managing it, and yes. So you just look at it. Even you can be on social media and you see your right. So is this my so it's not something, but the legal profession does not see you, does not want to see you having other businesses. I say yes.
So if at all, probably your profession does not allow you to do other businesses, you can still do your business online that way, or just like what she said, she has somebody that still manages her business online. So you can still have somebody that does the business online. So now to women out there who actually want to pursue their dreams and their career but are scared to do that, what advice would you give to them?
They're scared.
Yeah, that have not taken that bold
No,
step.
I like the word scared. When would you know that when you say some women are scared, some people say it's a lie, but it's true.
Okay.
Very, very, very true. And I keep wondering why. This 21st century. I don't even expect any woman out there to keep saying I'm scared. So many things are happening. We are seeing so many things on the news. In short, it's actually different from what we used to have in the past. True. And I keep telling anybody I can, any woman I see out there, even if it's in front of your premises, have something clean. Don't be ashamed of whatever you do. Don't be ashamed. I saw someone, I said, do you like my wristwatch? He said yes. I said, sell it. He said, you lawyer, you're packing the home. I said, Oga.
He wants to do everything.
I said, see, I don't have anywhere, but if you come to my house, you see it. I sell it. There are times, are you thinking about when the COVID-19 struck and everybody was at home?
Yes.
Do you understand? There must be something that is keeping you. What if tomorrow I'm not able to go to work, God forbid? But you don't know what will happen tomorrow. That's the truth. What if tomorrow I'm laid off from work? What do I do? God forbid, but what if tomorrow my husband is not there? And then I have to go to the street and beg. The thought of the poverty should, in short, scare the scare. I don't know how to put it.
Scare the scarecrow.
I'm telling you, you should be able to wave off the scare whatever from you. That's what you should do. You should make you strong.
So I don't think the current situation of the society now should be a motivation alone.
You see so many people on the street. I don't have what to eat, my dear. You can actually have what to eat when you are ready. I feel they are not ready. It's not because they are scared. It's just that I feel you shouldn't be ashamed of whatever brings food on your table, as long as it's legit. As long as it doesn't have anything to do with it's not against the law. This is, you can.
But what about in times where you actually need capital to go into the business that you want to go into?
You see, yeah?
How do you want them to go about
That's I'm telling you. The internet, the social media, it has helped businesses a lot. Did you know that I started my research business without a single capital?
Interesting.
Not even one kobo. You can't believe it when you go to one of my pages and you see the number of the amount for a particular research. You think I have millions. But then I started, a friend of mine had a store. And I was like, what is this? And that was when I had my baby. I wasn't going to work. Why am I wasting my time? And I said, Oga, give me one wristwatch. And I said, what I want you to do? I said, just give me first. I snapped it and posted on my timeline, on my WhatsApp status. I didn't even post it on Facebook or Instagram. One of my friends says, Amaka, this watch is fine. No. How far? I said, buy now. He said, how much? The guy told me, I said, okay, tell me, how much did this wristwatch? He said 30,000 gas care. I said, guy, this wristwatch is 35,000. He said, are you sure? I said, it's the original wristwatch. He said, I said, yes. He said, okay, can you give me for 30K? I said, please, I can't give you for 30K. Okay, let me give you for 34,000. He said, no, I don't have 34,000. I said, okay, what do you want? He said, I should give him for 33,000. I was happy. I didn't put my one kobo in it.
And that was how the business started.
Yes. I was happy. Oh. Then I called my friend. He said, where is it? I said, he's in Abuja. I said, where is his location? I said, his office is in Wuse. He said, I'll deliver it for him free of charge. The guy sent me 33,000. I sent 30,000 to him and I had 3,000.
Wow.
In short, I just used it to recharge my phone.
Mm.
Chicken, it got something for me. So I'm just feeling, and then let me tell you something. This is a personal story, but I'm going to say it just to motivate some other women out there. My mother is a teacher. As of then, she had her BSc in education. She didn't have anything doing. But then, I don't know, then they said if you aren't from this state, you can't work there. My mom is from Enugu State. She married to an Anambra man. Then she couldn't work in Anambra. She had to come back to Enugu because that's where she's from. Before she got her job, she's a teacher. And then do you know what my mom did? I didn't even know. Just now I remember this. My mom told me, I was 5 when my dad died. My mom told me she went to the market. She will ask these women that came with these big vegetables in big road. She will ask, madam, how much is this? They will say, it's 5,000 naira. She will take the whole vegetable, go to another place and then pieces it and sell. And then at the end of the day, she gives back the woman the 5,000 naira and comes back with the change. So this had been existing. It's just now I remembered it. This had been existing. So that there was no online something. But now, even you don't even need to go anywhere. You can just relax in your home and do it. So there are things these are things every woman should think of. So we shouldn't just relax. It's not as I said.
Today is like, I'm actually very excited because you're a very interesting person. I've actually learned a whole lot from you today, and I hope we'll be having you again. We'll be having you. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much for coming to our show, and I pray that God will bless you. And I hope that every woman out there watching, I hope they've actually learned one or two from what she has said, and hoping to see you all in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining us on today's episode, and please do remember to follow us on our Instagram and YouTube page, What Do TV, and also our Facebook, Women Tribe Int. Thank you so much for joining us on today's show. It's a wrap for today.